Monaco. The name alone conjures images of superyachts, royalty, and glamorous casinos. It's the world's most famous tax haven, a sun-drenched playground for the ultra-rich packed into just under a square mile of glittering Mediterranean coastline. High-stakes finance and old-world luxury are the native languages here, spoken in the hushed tones of generational wealth. But behind the postcard skyline and the scream of Formula One cars lies a different kind of power. We're talking about a silent, century-old network of families who don't just live in Monaco. They run global empires from within its borders. These aren't your typical tech billionaires or flashy influencers. These are global dynasties in art, shipping, and real estate, all managed from this tiny principality. Their stories were forged in the crucibles of the 20th century, stretching from the bustling souks of Aleppo to the chaotic corridors of post-Soviet Russia, all converging on this one strip of coastline. Today, we're unlocking the vaults of the 10 biggest Jewish family businesses with deep ties to Monaco. We'll uncover their fascinating histories, their staggering wealth, and the secrets behind the names that quietly dominate global markets. You might be surprised by who comes in at number 1. Number 10. The Maisarage family. Kicking off our list is a family that represents the modern evolution of Monaco's Jewish community, the Maisarages. Unlike some of the older dynasties we'll meet later, Borja and Masha Maisarage are part of a newer wave of residents, drawn to the principality for both its financial perks and its revitalized spiritual life. The family, who are Russian-Georgian Jews, built their fortune in the shipping industry, owning a major company based in the Russian port city of Kaliningrad. They relocated to Monaco in 2009, joining a growing community of international business owners who use the principality as a home base thanks to its strategic location and favorable tax laws. For years, their connection to organized Jewish life was minimal. That all changed in 2017 with the opening of the magnificent synagogue Edmund Safra. This architectural marvel, shaped like a Torah scroll and clad in Jerusalem stone, became a powerful beacon for Jews in the region. It was a clear signal that Monaco wasn't just a place for financial residency, but a place where Jewish life was visibly and vibrantly flourishing. Inspired by this new spiritual center, the Maisarage family decided to reconnect with their heritage. They organized a bar mitzvah for their youngest son, Alexei, at the synagogue, fully immersing themselves in the community they'd lived alongside for nearly a decade. Borja Maisarage has talked about the synagogue's welcoming atmosphere, noting how it made them feel right at home. The Maisarage family's story is important because it shows a key trend: the growth of Jewish life in Monaco. They represent a new chapter where families are actively choosing Monaco to live, work, and raise children, drawn in part by the philanthropic efforts of the other families on this list. While their business is in global shipping, their home is now firmly planted in the heart of Monte Carlo. Number 9. David Yakubashvili. At number 9, we find a man who embodies the raw and incredibly lucrative capitalism of post-Soviet Russia, David Yakubashvili. A Russian-Georgian Jewish billionaire, his story is one of spotting opportunity in chaos and building a massive consumer empire from scratch. Yakubashvili is famous as one of the co-founders of Wimbledon, a company that would grow into Russia's largest dairy and juice producer. In the early 1990s, as the Soviet Union crumbled, he and his partners leased a small bottling line at a dairy plant and started packaging juice. That small venture grew at a shocking pace. Wimbledon became a household name, dominating the shelves of new supermarkets across Russia, with everything from milk and yogurt to its popular J7 fruit juices. The peak of this success came in 2010. In a landmark deal, PepsiCo acquired a majority stake in Wimbil-Dan for a staggering $3.8 billion. The sale was one of the largest foreign investments in Russia outside of the energy sector and instantly turned the founders into billionaires. So, where does Monaco fit in? Like many of his ultra-wealthy Russian peers, Yakubashvili is listed as a resident of the principality. While his business empire was built in Russia, Monaco serves as a secure and luxurious base. It offers a level of privacy and financial efficiency that's perfect for managing a vast global portfolio. His fortune, built on changing the Russian consumer market, is now managed from one of Europe's most exclusive enclaves. Number 8. Aaron Frankel. At number 8 is a man who isn't just a resident of Monaco, but a central pillar of its Jewish community, Aaron Frankel. Born in Israel, Frankel has become one of the principality's most influential figures, blending a high-flying business career with passionate community leadership. Frankel is the owner of the Lloyds Group, a global conglomerate with major interests in real estate and aerospace. He built his empire by spotting opportunities in the civil aviation markets of Eastern Europe after the fall of the Iron Curtain. He was a key player in introducing Western aircraft from companies like Boeing and Airbus to the newly opened economies of the former Soviet bloc. This meant navigating complex deals and building relationships in a rapidly changing political landscape, helping to modernize the fleets of numerous national airlines. While his business is global, his home is Monaco, where he has lived for many years. But what really sets Aaron Frankel apart is his deep commitment to Jewish life. He serves as the president of the Jewish community of Monaco and is the president of Limud FSU, a major international organization focused on strengthening the identity of Russian-speaking Jews worldwide. Interestingly, while he respects the Grand Synagogue Edmund Safra, Frankel has a particular fondness for the more intimate Chabad house, describing it as a small, humble place, but it's warm and vibrant. He said it reminded him of the community-focused synagogues of his youth in Bnei Brak, Israel. Aaron Frankel represents an ideal of the Monaco resident whose influence goes far beyond money. He's a global industrialist, a dedicated philanthropist, and a community builder, connecting the principality to the wider world of Jewish culture and leadership. Number 7. Eden Ofer. Our 7th spot goes to a name so powerful in global industry, it's almost impossible to discuss modern shipping without it. Ofer. We're looking at Eden Ofer, one of 2 sons of the legendary Israeli shipping magnate Sammy Ofer. Idan and his brother Eyal, who we'll meet later, inherited a massive business empire when their father died in 2011. But calling them mere inheritors would be a huge understatement. The brothers have taken that legacy and expanded it into separate, globe-spanning giants. Eden Ofer controls a diverse portfolio through his holding company, Quantum Pacific Group. His interests are concentrated in shipping, energy, and technology. The foundation of his wealth remains in shipping. He controls Eastern Pacific Shipping, a massive company with a fleet of over 200 vessels that are critical to global trade. These ships carry everything from containers and dry bulk to gas and oil, making his company an indispensable player in the worldwide supply chain. Now, it's important to clarify his connection to Monaco. While his brother Eyal is famously based in the Principality, Eden Ofer is primarily based in London. So why is he on this list? Because the Ofer family operates as a modern dynasty, with a strategic global footprint where Monaco serves as a key hub. The family's business is intrinsically linked, and the Monaco connection through Eyal is a central part of their financial strategy. The idea of a family business has evolved. It's no longer about everyone sharing an office, but about a shared legacy and a coordinated global presence. Aidan Ophir's inclusion highlights the global nature of modern family empires. The Ophir dynasty uses key hubs like London and Monaco to manage its vast interests, with Aidan representing a formidable branch of this multi-billion-dollar enterprise. We're only halfway through our list, and we've already covered billions of dollars in wealth and empires that span the globe. The stories are only going to get bigger from here, with families whose net worths reach astronomical heights. If you're fascinated by these hidden worlds of wealth and power, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. You won't want to miss the secrets behind the families in our top 5. Now, let's get back to the countdown. Number 6, the Zakkai brothers. Coming in at number 6 are two brothers who turned a sharp eye for real estate into a multi-billion-pound empire, Eddie and Sol Zakkai. Their story is a classic tale of immigrant ambition and strategic risk-taking, resulting in one of the largest privately owned property portfolios in the United Kingdom, all while being residents of Monaco. Born in Israel to a family of Iraqi Jewish heritage, the Zakkai brothers arrived in Britain and entered the property market during the 1980s boom. Their company, Topland Group, started with a simple but brilliant strategy: identifying undervalued assets and turning them into profitable ventures. Their signature move was mastering the sale and leaseback deal. This involves buying a property from a company and immediately leasing it back to them. The seller gets a huge injection of cash, and Topland gets a valuable property with a guaranteed long-term tenant. They famously used this strategy in a major deal with the iconic British retailer Marks & Spencer. Through this and other smart acquisitions, the Zakkai brothers built a real estate juggernaut. Their portfolio includes high-end hotels like the Royal Crescent Hotel in Bath and several Hilton hotels in major UK cities. Forbes lists the brothers as Monaco residents, and their combined fortune is in the billions, making them some of the wealthiest individuals in the UK. The principality provides an ideal base to manage their vast holdings, offering financial efficiency and a secure environment. Beyond their business smarts, the Zakkai brothers are also known for their philanthropy, particularly within the Jewish community, where they have been significantly involved with major charities in the UK. The Zakkai brothers show how a clear, focused business strategy, executed relentlessly, can build a dynastic fortune. From the bustling British property market, they have ascended to the highest echelons of wealth, managing their empire from the exclusive world of Monaco. Number 5. Vitaly Malkin. At number 5, we enter the often controversial world of the Russian oligarchs. Vitaly Malkin is a Russian-Israeli billionaire, former politician, and Monaco resident whose career is a whirlwind of high-stakes banking and political intrigue. Born to a Ukrainian Jewish family, Malkin's journey began in academia. But with the fall of the Soviet Union, he and his business partner, Bidzina Ivanishvili, founded Rossiyski Credit Bank. It was one of Russia's first private banks, and its success was meteoric. This was the Wild East, a period of frantic privatization. Malkin was at the center of it, becoming one of the famed Seven Bankers, a small group of oligarchs who financed Boris Yeltsin's 1996 re-election campaign and, in return, wielded immense political influence. Malkin also pursued a political career, serving as a senator in the Russian parliament from 2004 to 2013. However, his career ended abruptly. In 2013, he resigned after an opposition blogger revealed he held dual Israeli citizenship, which is forbidden for Russian lawmakers. Documents showed he had an Israeli passport under the Hebrew name Avihur ben Bar. Malkin claimed he had renounced the citizenship years earlier, but the controversy forced him to step down. Throughout this tumultuous career, Monaco has been a key anchor. He is a long-time resident, a secure base far from the political turmoil of Moscow. Like other billionaires, Monaco offers a haven for his vast fortune, which Forbes has estimated to be around $1 billion. Malkin is also a notable philanthropist and has served as a vice president of the Russian Jewish Congress. His story is a complex mix of finance, power, and politics. A man who rode the wave of post-Soviet capitalism to amass incredible wealth, which he now manages from the serene environment of Monte Carlo. Number 4. The Rubin brothers moving up to the staggering heights of number 4. We have a family whose name is spoken with awe in the world of global real estate, the Rubin brothers. David and Simon Rubin built a colossal fortune, with estimates placing their net worth north of $18 billion. Their empire spans from prime London real estate to data centers, and for nearly 2 decades, Monaco has been a key part of their world. The brothers' story is a true rags-to-riches saga. Born in Mumbai, India, to an Iraqi Jewish family, they moved to London in the 1950s and grew up in modest circumstances. Their early careers were in scrap metals and carpets, but their ambition was limitless. In the 1990s, they made a bold move into the newly privatized Russian aluminum market. In the chaotic aluminum wars of post-Soviet Russia, the Rubins thrived, becoming the world's 3rd largest producer of the metal. After selling their Russian assets, they brought their capital back to the UK and focused on real estate. Their portfolio is breathtaking. They own some of London's most iconic properties, like the Millbank Tower and the Lloyd's Building, making them among the most powerful landlords in the city. So, how does Monaco fit in? While David splits his time between locations like Geneva and Florida, his brother Simon has been a resident of Monaco for about 20 years. This setup is typical for modern billionaire families who establish residencies in key financial hubs. Monaco serves as a vital anchor for the family's wealth, offering the advantages needed to manage a global empire of this scale. Simon's residency in Monte Carlo places a core part of this dynasty squarely within the principality. The brothers are known for their privacy, letting their incredible portfolio speak for itself. From the scrapyards of London to the heights of global real estate, the Rubin brothers have built an empire of hard assets, and from his home in Monaco, Simon helps preside over it all. Number 3. The Safra family. At number 3, we have a name that's not just synonymous with wealth, but is woven into the very fabric of Monaco's Jewish identity. Safra. The family's story is an epic of global banking, profound philanthropy, and a bizarre tragedy that unfolded in a Monte Carlo penthouse. The Safra banking dynasty began in the Ottoman Empire, financing camel caravans in Aleppo, Syria. The modern patriarch, Jacob Safra, moved the family to Beirut, but it was his son, Edmund J. Safra, who built a global empire. A banking prodigy, he expanded the family business from Beirut to Milan, Brazil, and Geneva, before founding the Republic National Bank of New York in 1966. Edmund was known for his discipline, his personal attention to wealthy clients, and his deep commitment to his Sephardic Jewish heritage. He divided his time between New York, Geneva, the French Riviera, and his penthouse in Monaco. It was in that Monaco penthouse on December 3, 1999, that the Safra story took a tragic turn. A fire swept through the apartment, killing Edmund Safra and one of his nurses. The incident sparked a media frenzy, with initial fears of a sophisticated assassination plot. The truth, as determined by the courts, was far stranger. One of Safra's nurses, an American named Ted Meyer, had set the fire himself. Prosecutors argued his plan was to stage a heroic rescue to impress his employer, but the blaze quickly spiraled out of control. Meyer was convicted of arson resulting in death and sentenced to 10 years in prison. After Edmund's death, his wife, Lily Safra, who passed away in 2022, took the helm of the Edmund J. Safra Foundation. Through this foundation, the family made its most enduring mark on Monaco. In 2017, fueled by a donation of more than $10 million from the Safra family, the magnificent synagogue Edmund Safra opened. This architectural landmark became the heart of the Principality's Jewish community, attracting new families and revitalizing Jewish life in Monaco. Today, the Safra name in Monaco represents more than just a banking fortune. It represents legacy, tragedy, and rebirth. Number 2. The Nahmad family. Cracking the top 2, we find a family that is legendary in the art world, the Nahmads. They are the undisputed kings of the art market, a dynasty of mega dealers who turned their refugee story into a multi-billion-dollar empire built on canvas and paint. Brothers Ezra and David Nahmad, along with their family, run their global art enterprise from the discreet sanctuary of Monaco. The Nahmad family's story starts in Aleppo, Syria, where they were part of a prosperous Sephardic Jewish banking community. Facing rising anti-Jewish violence in the late 1940s, the family fled to Beirut and then again to Milan in the 1960s. It was there that the brothers began to build their fortune. Their strategy was simple, yet genius. They befriended Picasso's legendary dealer and began buying works by modern masters, not one at a time like collectors, but in bulk, like commodities. They treated art like a stock market, a move that shocked the traditional art world. Their mantra was, "Buy and hold." They would acquire vast quantities of art and store it in a massive, high-security warehouse in the Geneva Freeport. It's said to hold thousands of works, including an estimated 300 Picassos, the largest private collection of his work outside the Picasso family. The total value of their collection is estimated to be between $7 and $8 billion, with some sources valuing just the shared art assets at around $3.5 billion. The brothers themselves are a study in contrasts. Ezra was the reclusive strategist. David is the flamboyant public face, a world champion backgammon player known for holding court in Monaco's grand hotels. He famously declared, "While others are hanging paintings, we are hanging checks." This perfectly sums up their business-first approach. Both brothers made Monaco their home and base of operations. Forbes has estimated their individual net worths in the billions, making them collectively one of the wealthiest families in the Principality. Today, their colossal fortune is a testament to a strategy that transformed them from Syrian refugees into the most powerful art-dealing dynasty in the world. Number 1. Isle Ofer. And now, at number 1, we have the undisputed king of Monaco's mountain of wealth, a man whose empire of steel and concrete spans the globe, all controlled from a discreet headquarters in Monte Carlo. He is the chairman of Ofer Global, the Israeli shipping and real estate magnate, Isle Ofer. With a staggering net worth estimated by Forbes as high as $30.4 billion, Isle Ofer is not just the biggest Jewish businessman tied to Monaco. He is the single wealthiest resident in the entire Principality. His fortune is a story of both legacy and massive expansion. As the son of Sami Ofer, once Israel's richest man, Eyal and his brother Aiden inherited the family business and built their own distinct, colossal fortunes. Isle Ofer's empire rests on two gigantic pillars: shipping and real estate. First, shipping. Based in Monaco, he chairs Ofer Global, the parent company of the Zodiac Group. Zodiac controls one of the largest private shipping fleets on the planet, with over 180 vessels. We're talking about massive container ships, oil tankers, and bulk carriers that form the backbone of international trade. Every day, his fleet is moving a staggering amount of goods and energy across the world's oceans. The second pillar is real estate. His company, Global Holdings Group, owns a breathtaking portfolio of iconic properties in the world's most important cities. This isn't just any real estate, it's trophy assets. A famous example is 15 Central Park West in New York City, one of the most prestigious apartment buildings in the world. From his home base in Monaco, Eyal Ofer presides over this globe-spanning empire. He maintains a relatively low public profile, but his influence is felt through major philanthropic work, including a multi-million-dollar donation to London's Tate Modern Art Gallery. Eyal Ofer represents the absolute pinnacle of wealth in Monaco. He's an inheritor who took a powerful legacy and multiplied it many times over, a quiet titan of global trade who stands alone at the very top. From the high-stakes world of post-Soviet banking to the secretive vaults of the world's biggest art collectors, the stories of these 10 families paint a vivid picture of Monaco. It's more than just a tax haven. It's a living symbol of concentrated global power, a magnet for capital, and a stage where the world's most powerful dynasties manage their empires. These families, with their diverse origins, all share a common thread. They operate on a global scale, but have chosen this tiny, glamorous principality as their anchor. But these are just 10 of many powerful dynasties that shape our world. So, we want to hear from you. Let us know in the comments which wealthy family or hidden financial world you'd like us to investigate next. Your suggestion might just become our next deep dive. Thanks for watching.